Good morning, all of you. So, in the previous classes, we discussed about force acting on the current carrying conductor placed in the magnetic field. And so, now in today's class, let us see about this torque acting on the current carrying loop when it is placed in magnetic field here. So, whenever current carrying loop is placed in a magnetic field, so some torque acts on this current carrying coil here. So now I am taking a rectangular coil. This ABCD is a rectangular coil, and so that magnetic field is there in horizontal direction. I am taking this plane of the coil is slightly turned like this, and so that now the plane of the coil is like this. Now the magnetic field is acting along this direction here. So the magnetic field is making an angle theta with this normal to the direction of the plane here, right? That is the consideration what we are considering there. So just to mention that, consider rectangular, and in rectangular means after that in brackets mention the dimensions there, L into B. This length is L here, so this is L into B. Consider a rectangular L into B, in brackets L into B, current carrying loop placed in uniform magnetic field of induction B, such that normal to the plane of the coil makes an angle theta with the magnetic field. So now let us identify the direction of the magnetic force acting on this. So on the each side of this conductor, let us consider here. Suppose I am taking this AB. So now AB means now the field is current is like this, and the field is making some angle here. So we need to consider like this. So the field is along this direction, and the current is flowing upwards. Then the magnetic force will be inwards here. Magnetic force is inwards. So that means here the magnetic force acting on this F1, let us consider. So the direction will be inwards. Magnetic force acting on this AB, right? And so next let us consider magnetic force acting on this BC part. So BC part means now the magnetic field will be directed like this. Actually the direction of the magnetic field is like this. Magnetic field is along this direction. The BC side will be like this. So this will be the BC side here. And so to find this, you may find the component of this, or you may apply the cross product rule here. So L bar cross B bar. So L bar cross B bar will be inwards, or you can take a perpendicular component, because these two are not perpendicular. You can take the perpendicular component of the magnetic field. Then you can apply this left hand rule here. So field is along this direction, current is flowing along this direction. So thumb is in downward direction, or you can apply this cross product here. L bar cross B bar you can apply here. So the magnetic force acting on this will be in downward direction, we can say. So magnetic force F2 will be in downward direction. Is it clear? And then magnetic force acting on this is CD. So the magnetic force acting on CD means now the current carrying conductor will be there like this. Current is flowing along this direction. Magnetic field will be like this. So then here field is, now the force is out of the plane here. So this force will be out of the plane. So F3 direction. So F3 will be now out of the plane. Now F4 you can say that easily, it will be opposite to that of F2 here. So now the current is flowing like this. That means now the current carrying conductor is like this. Magnetic field is along this direction here. So magnetic field is along this direction. Current carrying conductor is like this. So L bar cross B bar means then you will get in upward direction there. So the magnetic force acting on this will be in upward direction, you will get here F4. So then we can write its magnitudes as, so this F4 and F2 values you can easily say that they will cancel with each other, and F1 and F3 are again equal in magnitude and opposite direction, so they can cancel with each other. Their magnitudes also gets cancelled with each other, right? So the only situation here is, that means the net force acting on the loop, we can conclude this as 0, right? That we already know that when a current carrying loop such that current is flowing throughout the loop in the same sense, the net force acting on that loop will be 0. So here also we are getting these two on. That means that conclusion only, F1 and F3 will be cancelled, because force acting on the AB side and CD side will be same and equal in magnitude opposite direction. So BC and AD part will also be same, right? And so that their magnetic that means that part will be, that means those two also gets cancels there. So the net force acting on this loop will be 0. So therefore what we can write is net magnetic force magnetic force on the loop is 0. Loop is 0. And so that means now I am writing this F1 and F3 magnitudes here. F1 and F3 magnitudes, what we can write is B into I into L. L is nothing but B. BIB. That theta value will be 90 degrees because we are taking that current carrying conductor is downwards and the magnetic field is horizontal there, either AB or CD if you consider. So that angle will be 90 degrees, you can write here. So that is sine 90. And so therefore this F1 is equal to F3 is equal to BIB, you can write. This is a magnetic force here. So now if we observe that those two magnetic forces will produce some torque. Those two magnetic force F1 and F2, they will produce some torque here. So that amount of torque we need to calculate here. So is it clear? This force is acting out of the plane. So this force is acting, this side we are pulling like this, and this side we need to push like this. So that means that magnetic forces are equal in magnitude and opposite in direction you will get here. So one force is acting like this out of the plane and other force is acting inwards here. The other force is acting inwards. So that means because of those two forces that loop will turn like this. That loop will turns in, that means that will rotate here. And so then some torque will be acting on this case, in this case here. And there are certain situations if the plane of the coil is like this. That means now here let us calculate that amount of torque. After that I will discuss those cases here. So therefore the torque acting on the loop. So the torque acting on the loop is equal to, so that we can write this as tau is equal to force into perpendicular distance we need to write, or perpendicular, right? And so that one of the force is F into F1 you may consider here. That means now directly we can write as perpendicular distance between the two forces I am writing here. So one force will be there like this, the distance we need to write like this. So that one force is there like this. One force is F1 is out of the plane here. Sorry, this is into the plane, F1 is, and F3 is out of the plane. And this side is L. Is it clear? That side is L we are taking there. So just if I am taking like, if I am taking it like an object is like this. So actually an object is like this if I consider. So this force is acting along, this force is acting into the plane here. This end the force is acting into the plane and this end the force is acting out of the plane here. So we are taking actually the situation like this. Magnetic field is like this. So here the force is acting like this, inwards. So here the force is acting out of the plane here. So we need to calculate the perpendicular distance between these two forces here. So one force is there like this. So one force is at this end, the force is there like this, and other force will be like this. So the perpendicular distance between these two forces we need to calculate here. So that perpendicular distance I am writing here. So that perpendicular distance, when you are observing from the top of this coil, when you are, this is the top view here, when you are observing the top, the situation will be there like this. And so now the perpendicular distance is nothing but this side we need to write here. So the perpendicular distance we can write this as this distance here. So this will be the R perpendicular distance. So that this angle will be theta here. So you can consider this. This angle is theta means then that angle will be theta. And so then this we can write this as L sine theta we can write. That R perpendicular distance will be equal to L sine theta. Is it clear? The one coil is there like this. One force is acting out of the plane. Other force is acting into the plane. So that means these forces are not perpendicular to this L here, that you need to observe here. That forces or L is like this means they are making certain angle with the L. L is there like this, coil is placed along this direction, now the force is like this. And so that means this is the L side here, this is the BC side or AD side you may consider here. Top view let us consider, then the forces will be there like this, they appears like this. So we are calculating this perpendicular distance here. So then that perpendicular distance will be L sine theta you will get. And so that's theta value is nothing but this angle we are taking here. So you can calculate that, you can consider this. If this angle is theta, then this angle you will get that angle as theta value here. That means this angle here, the angle made by this and this. That means if the magnetic field is there like this, if the coil is there like this, you will get a right angle triangle like this here with the plane of the coil. With the plane of the coil, this is the force direction I am taking, and this is the magnetic field direction here. The plane of the coil will be there like this. So you will get a right angle triangle, and so here this angle will be theta, because this angle here normal to the plane of the coil is theta there. So just to identify this angle, that means this angle and this angle will be theta there, equally will get. And so now we can write this as tau here, tau is equal to BIB into L sin theta we can write. And so therefore what we can write is tau is equal to Bi into L into B into sin theta we can write. Therefore tau is equal to BIA into sin theta we can write. So then where that theta value, that means A value means area of the coil, where A is equal to L into B, area of the coil. Now whereas if the coil has n turns for example, then this is only for single turn if you are taking here. If the coil has n turns, if coil has n turns, n number of turns, then net torque tau is equal to BIAN sin theta we can write. So then this is the expression for this torque acting on a coil having this n turns. BIAN sin theta. That means just this is the torque acting on the single turn. If n number of turns are there, then we need to multiply with this n here. So right. So then that is our BIN sin theta expression for torque acting on a current carrying coil. So B is a magnetic field, I is the current flowing through that coil, and A is the area of cross section of the coil, N is the number of turns. And here the important thing is theta. So theta is angle between magnetic field and normal to the plane of the coil. Angle between magnetic field and normal to the plane of the coil here, right? So that and we can write this expression as, sometimes here they will give in terms of with the plane of the coil here. So angle with the plane of the coil. So angle with the plane of the coil means I can write like this. So if phi is the angle made by the magnetic field, so just to mention that if phi is angle between B bar and plane of coil, then what we can write is theta plus phi should be equal to pi by 2, because here observe this angle. This angle we are taking theta, so with the plane it will be phi, what we are assuming there. So normal to the plane of the coil and with the plane of the coil, so theta plus phi value should be equal to 90 degrees there. So therefore this theta value what we can write is pi by 2 minus phi. And so therefore this torque value what we can write is, therefore torque is equal to BIAN into sine of pi by 2 minus phi value we can write, and therefore this tau is equal to BIAN cos phi you can write here. So right. So you need to remember it carefully here. That means whenever this torque calculation is there, you need to observe whether the angle made by the magnetic field with the plane of the coil is given or with the normal to the plane of the coil is given. So with the plane of the coil is given, then we need to use this cos phi expression. Then if the normal to the plane of the coil is given, then we need to take this in terms of sin theta value you will get here, right? So that is the difference there, when the plane of the coil and with the normal to the plane of the coil means. And next, so let us write this expression here. Let us consider when this torque becomes maximum and when the torque becomes minimum here. So from this directly you can say that when theta value is 90 degrees, then torque will be maximum, and when theta is 0 or 180, then torque will be minimum you will get. And so that what we can write there is, and we can also express that in vector form there. That means I can write here as so now this torque can also be expressed as mb sin theta. Just mention that this is suppose the equation 1 and this is equation 2. The equation 1 can also be expressed as mb sin theta, where m is equal to NIA. and this value is nothing but actually we call this as magnetic moment. So there is importance for this magnetic moment here. This is now similar to that of our electric dipole moment. This is magnetic moment, or we can also call it as magnetic dipole moment. So then now this is similar to that of electric dipole moment. Electric dipole moment means if positive and negative charges are separated like this by a distance, suppose say L, then this electric dipole moment is given by Q into L. So that is electric dipole moment there. And so now this is also have that similar meaning here. So that means now here we define this as NIA. So N is number of turns and I into A. Actually that I into A is called this magnetic moment. If the coil having N turns, then again we need to multiply this value as N. So that NIA will represent magnetic moment of the current carrying coil. If it is a bar magnet, for bar magnet we need to define it as a similar way here. If suppose it is a bar magnet, you know already that bar magnet, about this bar magnet here. Suppose if North Pole and South Pole are separated by some distance L, and so then if it is separated by some distance L, so then this magnetic moment here we can define it as M into L, where M is considered to be the pole strength. So that's similar, we will discuss it later. So now this is similar to that of this dipole here. Here we are discussing about current carrying conductor. Current carrying conductor also produces a magnetic field, and so that magnetic field is given by, that means magnetic moment. That magnetic moment is given by this expression here. So right. So NIA will represent magnetic moment of the current carrying coil. So now in terms of, it is a vector quantity. As a dipole moment, similar to that of dipole moment, it is a vector quantity. Now we can express this in vector form as, so in vector form you can write this as tau bar is equal to M bar cross B bar. So now this is similar to that of our P bar cross E bar. In electrostatics we already mentioned the torque acting on the dipole, electric dipole. So that electric dipole we mentioned as that expression tau bar is equal to P bar cross E bar, where P bar is the electric dipole moment and E is the intensity of electric field. That means electric field in which the dipole is placed here. Such a similar expression here, that in magnetism, right? So this is the torque acting on this. And so now let us write when this torque becomes maximum and when this torque becomes minimum here. So next let us write some more points, next point here. So if theta value is either 0 or 180, then what is the torque acting on this? Then torque acting on this will be 0, right? Torque will be minimum in that case actually. So that minimum torque will be equal to 0. So in this case you can easily analyze the given situation here. So theta is 0 or 180 means, suppose I am drawing for the 0 case here. Suppose this is our loop what we are considering here, A, B, C, D, and it is carrying current like this. Current in this loop is like this. Now if the magnetic field is lying in the same plane here, so magnetic field is also present in the same plane like this. Magnetic field is also in the same plane. Now can you identify the direction of the forces acting on the each side here? On AB if I consider, field is like this and force is like this. So that force is acting, sorry, this is the case of theta is 0 means you will get the case like normal to the magnetic field here. Angle with the normal to the magnetic field you need to consider. Like suppose this is current is flowing in this loop like this, A, B, C, D. Now the magnetic field must be normal to the plane here. Either into the plane you may consider or out of the plane you may consider here. Magnetic field is like this. So a current carrying loop is placed in a magnetic field like this. Then angle theta value will be 0. Theta means angle between magnetic field and normal. So theta value is 0 means magnetic field itself must be normal to that direction there. So if the current is flowing in clockwise direction, then theta value will be 0 you will get. If current is flowing in anti-clockwise direction, then you will get 180 degrees there. So that I will discuss it later, M bar direction. And so now here, this is the situation there. So theta is 0 or 180 means, right? So now in this case, if I identify the direction of the force acting on this. So direction of force acting on the each side, let us just represent here. You will get the clarity about that. So force acting on this conductor. So field is into the plane, current is flowing out of the plane. So force will be towards left you will get. So the magnetic force acting on this will be towards left, F1. And force acting on this. So field is into the plane, current is flowing like this. So upward direction you will get. So force acting on this will be in upward direction. And for this conductor, field is into the plane and current is flowing down. So force is towards right you will get. So F3 direction will be there like this. And now similarly F4 direction you can identify like this. So now again all the forces, that means F2 and F4 will be cancelled, F1 and F3 will be cancelled. So the net force is 0 here. So you can mention that net force is equal to 0, which we already know this. So in this case, the net torque is also equal to 0 here. So this torque is also, that means the torque due to any of these forces, that means just the loop is pulled away here, all the forces lying in the plane. Can these forces can rotate the loop in any direction if all the forces are lying in the plane? Suppose if you are placing a loop, if you are taking just a plane here and if you are pulling the plane like this away from each other, two forces are acting away from each other. Can we rotate those two forces? So that means those forces cannot rotate the object there. And so if the forces are lying in the same plane, then they cannot rotate the object, so that this torque will be 0 here. So whenever you are getting such a situation, magnetic field is normal to the plane of the coil, then force acting on this will be 0, right? And whereas if theta is equal to 90 degrees, if you consider there, then maximum torque acts on that. So if theta is equal to, so let us write this as an x point there. So if theta is equal to 90 degrees, then torque will be maximum. That maximum torque value will be BIAN. So BIAN sin 90. So which you can write this as maximum torque is equal to BIAN, or which you can write this as MB in terms of M if you are writing. So it is a maximum torque acting on this. And so torque will be maximum when B bar and normal to the plane. Angle between B bar and normal to the plane is 90 degrees. So B bar and normal to the plane means you can say that magnetic field will be in the plane here. So this is our A, B, C, D, right? So the directions of this magnetic field will be along this direction here. Now the magnetic field is lying along this direction. So you may consider current is flowing like this. This is the direction of the current. Now identify the direction of the forces acting on this. On AB if I consider, so AB will be along this direction. That means, sorry, field is inwards and current is flowing here. So you will get magnetic force acting on the AB as into the plane. So F1 is into the plane. And now force acting on BC value will be, what is the force acting on BC? 0, because force acting on this BC will be 0 because B bar and L bar are parallel to each other. So no force acts on this. And on the CD if I consider, you will get out of the plane here. So like this, field is along this direction and current is there like this. And so now this force is out of the plane here. So F3 will be out of the plane. So F2 is equal to 0 and F4 is also equal to 0. And so now these two forces are perpendicular to the plane itself and perpendicular to that conductor. That means F2 value is there like this and F3 value is there. F1 is into the plane and F3 is out of the plane there. And so the force will be maximum torque will act here. F into directly this perpendicular distance will be equal to L. So that means BIB into L you will get, which is nothing but what we are writing here. So right. So that is a maximum force means, then maximum torque means you will get the situation like this. The magnetic field must be parallel to the plane of the coil. When magnetic field is parallel to the plane of the coil, torque will be maximum, and when the magnetic field is perpendicular to the plane of the coil, torque will be minimum. So don't confuse with that angles here. Here 0 we are writing or 180 degrees we are writing. That angle is with the normal to the plane of the coil. So with the plane of the coil means then it will be perpendicular. So mention that. Therefore torque acting on the coil will be 0 when magnetic field is perpendicular to the coil. When magnetic field is perpendicular to the coil, perpendicular to the plane of the coil, perpendicular to the plane of the coil, and torque will be maximum when magnetic field is magnetic field is parallel to the plane of the coil, parallel to the plane of the coil. And before going to the discussion based on this magnetic moment, here let us see some few problems based on this torque calculation here. So after that we will discuss more about this magnetic moment then, capital M value. So let us write a simple problem based on this. So that means now magnetic moment is there like this. Sorry, current carrying loop is placed on the horizontal surface. So simply remember that magnetic moment direction we can easily find just by applying the right hand thumb rule. I will discuss it later, and here also the direction is required for you. So if current is flowing in this loop here, if current is say flowing in this loop like this, magnetic moment M bar direction, because we are writing the torque as M bar cross B bar, right? So now the torque is M bar cross B bar means we need to identify the angle between M bar and B bar there. So for that M bar direction I am saying here. M bar is always perpendicular to the plane of the conductor, plane of the coil. And now this M bar means now it simply can identify this right hand rule here, right hand thumb rule. If the four fingers represents the direction of the current, direction of flow of the current in that closed loop, then thumb gives the direction of this M bar, right? For example, if the current is flowing like in clockwise direction, then M bar will be inwards. If current is flowing in out of the, that means current is flowing in anti-clockwise direction like this, then it will be out of the plane. So like that you can easily identify the direction of the current there, right? And so now the role of this torque here is, so what we mentioned there like M bar cross B bar is the torque acting on the coil. The role of the torque in this case is in dielectrics there. That means in electrostatics, dipole, electric dipole. If suppose the electric field is there along this direction and we are releasing the dipole from this position here. This is say some negative charge and this is a positive charge. So what will happen if the dipole is released like this? So then this dipole, that means there the dipole direction is like this. Our dipole moment direction in electrostatics will be from negative charge to positive charge. And so now if the dipole is making certain angle theta with this, so I will represent just as a vector here. So this is a vector here, P bar. So then what will happen is some torque acts on this dipole here, and that torque will turns the dipole into the direction of the electric field. So right. So that means this torque will torque acting on the dipole. What does the torque will do means this torque will turns into the direction of the electric field here. It will turns the dipole into the direction of the electric field. Once it turns into the direction of electric field, the force will become zero. Sorry, the torque will become zero. Right. So the same thing will happen in magnetism also. So that means now here this M bar, that means why this, that means how this torque will place an important role here means whenever you are releasing that coil, if the M bar and B bar are not in the same direction, then some torque will act on the coil and the torque will turns the coil into the direction of the magnetic field, right? And so now I am taking the situation like a current is flowing here, and so now current flowing in this coil is along this direction here. Now it is placed on a horizontal surface such that this magnetic field is there in that same plane here. Horizontal magnetic field is there like this. This is a coil of mass m and radius r. So note down that problem. A circular coil of radius r and mass m carrying current I is placed on a horizontal surface. If a horizontal magnetic field B is applied parallel to the plane of the coil, then find minimum magnetic field required so that coil starts turning. That means when the coil is placed on the horizontal plane, so it will start turning like this. So the magnetic, because of that magnetic torque, it will start turning like this. So now here if current is flowing, it is taking place in horizontal plane here. If the current is flowing like this, then the M bar direction will be upwards like this. The M bar direction is upward direction, means now the B bar is along this direction. Now what we are taking is, if M bar is in upward direction like this, it should turn into the direction of this B bar here. So that means it is turning into the, means if the plane is like this, that plane should turn like this. So the toppling will take place here. The toppling of the coil will take place there. So now for that what we can write here is, the torque, magnetic torque should be equal to the gravity torque. That means for toppling, so for toppling what we can write here is, for toppling, the torque due to this magnetic field should be greater than or equal to torque due to this or greater than torque due to this gravity. So because it is having some weight, so gravity torque will be there. And so torque due to this magnetic field means BIA we can write, because N value is 1 here, only single term we are taking there. So it should be greater than torque due to gravity. So torque due to gravity means then mg will be acting here in vertically downward direction. So this is the direction where that mg is acting, and this will be the perpendicular distance. So the toppling will take place, that means turning will take place about this edge of the loop here. If you are taking this loop like this, so this edge of the loop, it will take place there. So mg is, it is acting to the center, and so this perpendicular distance about this point here. So the toppling will take place about this point, about this edge here. So the toppling of this coil. So mg into r we need to write. So therefore that B value should be greater than mg r by I into pi r square. This A means I am writing it as pi r square. So therefore this B minimum magnetic field required, we can write this as mg by I into pi r we can write. So this is the minimum magnetic field required to turn this object here. So to turn this circular loop, that is the minimum magnetic field required. Next, similarly, that one more question, similar question will be there, like now if you are taking a like a spherical object here having some single tone which is wounded on this diametric plane. So this is a spherical object, let us consider here, of mass m. Now a single tone is wounded in its diametric plane here, which is parallel to the inclined plane. That means that current carrying loop is there like this. So current carrying loop is placed like this. And so now our question is, if suppose the current is flowing like this, and now what should be the vertical magnetic field required so that it will remain in equilibrium here. So just to mention that on a sphere of mass m, a single tone is wounded in its diametric plane, and is placed on an inclined plane of inclination theta, such that plane of the current loop is parallel to the inclined plane. Find the magnetic field to be applied. To keep the sphere in equilibrium. So I is the current flowing and m is the mass of the sphere there. You may mention that in brackets. R is the radius of the sphere, m is the mass of the sphere, and I is the current flowing through that, right? And so now current is flowing along this direction means, now we can consider the torques acting on this. So the m bar direction will be there like this. M bar direction is there like this, perpendicular to that plane, and a B bar is along this direction here. So right, this angle will be theta. So M bar is perpendicular to the diametric plane or perpendicular to the inclined plane you will get, and a B bar direction will be there like this, and the remaining forces like mg will be there here, the mg weight of this sphere, and mg you can resolve this into components. One component is parallel to this inclined plane here, mg sin theta, and other component will be there perpendicular to this plane, mg cos theta you will get, right? And so now here the remaining forces will be there like frictional force acting along this direction, and a normal reaction will be there here, the normal reaction from this floor will be there here, point of contact. So now I am applying the torque, I am balancing the torque about this point of contact there, because if you are applying about any other point, then torque due to friction and torque due to this normal reaction will be there, they will be included, and it will be difficult to calculate that. And so instead of that, what I am doing is just I am applying this torque about this point of contact there. So just to balance the torque about this point of contact for equilibrium, torque about point of contact. So I am writing this torque about this point of contact there. So torque about this point of contact means what we can write here is that net torque should be equal to 0. Equilibrium means, so that what we can write is mb sin theta. This is the torque due to this m bar cross b bar, and mb angle between them is theta. So that is the electric torque there. So that will be there in one direction, that will be there in this direction here. And so now the mg sin theta will be there along this direction, torque due to this mg sin theta, and torque due to the about this point of contact, torque due to mg cos theta, friction and normal reaction values will be 0, and so only this will produce the torque here. So mg sin theta into r, this value should be equal to 0, net torque. These two are in opposite direction, so that one of the torque I am taking it with a negative sign there. Therefore what we can write here is mb sin theta is equal to mg sin theta into r. So this r sin theta you can cancel, and m means you can write this as I into pi r square. M is nothing but Ia. So then m into pi r square, that means I into pi r square into b is equal to mgr you can write. Therefore that field required is again what we can write is mg by I into pi into r we can write. So this is the field required here, the magnetic field required to keep the sphere in this equilibrium. And in the same case, if the magnetic field, if they are taking the magnetic field in any other direction, if the magnetic field is given perpendicular to the inclined plane, then this torque will be only mb you will get. Magnetic field is perpendicular to the inclined plane means only mb you will get here. So then the sin theta will also be included in our expression there, mg sin theta by I into pi r you will get in that case, right? So those are some problems based on that. In the next class we will discuss a few more problems based on the torque, and we will discuss more about this magnetic moment term here, that we will discuss in our next class there, right? Thank you.